Hi guys, I get a question a lot when I play RPGs, and that is because one of my favorite types of RPG is called a CRPG. So I get asked all the time, what is a CRPG? A CRPG is a co-RPG. It is an RPG that CohhCarnage no, that's no, it's not. A CRPG is a term kind of rooted in history. Way back in the day, late 80s and 90s, there weren't a lot of computer games that had a lot of depth in terms of RPGs, but of course, tabletop RPGs and such, D&D and those kinds of things, have a much longer history. So CRPG, when the term first came out, actually stood for computer RPG. These were Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. These were some of the first MUDs. These were Fallout, Arcanum, Planescape Torment, Icewind Dale. These were games that were basically taking your normal RPG, like D&D and stuff, and pulling it into the computer RPG. So these RPGs, or the CRPG genre, normally meant games that were very deep, had a lot of dialogue, a lot of character development, usually had some of those more traditionally large RPG mechanics, although not all of them did. A lot of them were party-based, things of that nature. So CRPG, when it first came out, was computer RPG, pulling that tabletop into your little shiny box that you stare at all day. Now, these days, obviously, games have come a very long way. It has been decades since this stuff actually happened. So the term computer RPG doesn't really apply anymore. There are literally tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of RPGs on the computer. And many of the RPGs on computers these days do not have the style of these old original computer RPGs. Therefore, over time, this term has come to mean classic RPG. So these days, CRPG generally stands for classic RPG, or the RPG style that when they first were kind of coming to computer embodied that old, more pen and paper style of games. These are also games that are generally, although these days in full 3D, used to be isometric, so that kind of top-down perspective, and also generally, again, have this kind of feature of being very deep, very narrative-driven, very more complex mechanics and things of that nature. So anyway, hope that helps. Used to be computer RPG, these days mean classic RPG. As a quick reference, a CRPG these days, Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2, DOS 1 and 2, Tides of Numenera, Pathfinder Kingmaker, Wasteland 2, Wasteland 3. These types of games are considered CRPGs. Anyway, hope that helps. Twitch.tv/CohhCarnage. Come say hi. We love talking about this stuff, and thanks for watching.